it is, what it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. It's your boy Dakota Griswold of Gamers, Nerds, and Geeks United. And if you didn't know, now you know. Now I got a good amount of stories for you. So let's get straight into the appetizers as we normally do. And first off, BlizzCon is officially canceled, and they're officially maybe looking at getting some going into the virtual event. I mean, who isn't, because of COVID-19? Obvious reasons. You really don't need a big convention happening with the spread of the virus. And in fact, I hear that Japan might actually start sporting events in Japan. And given the fact that I'm a huge wrestler, this was great news for me. But, they said they're going to, basically from July, they're going to have it open into like half the capacity in certain arenas. And then, as stuff dwindles down even further, they're going to be able to open up more. So hopefully, with that good news, hopefully that kind of good news comes over here, and we can actually, go back to these conventions like BlizzCon. Or there's of course going to be new precautions, but hey, we all should definitely be careful. With BlizzCon canceled, they're most likely going to definitely hit a virtual event, and hey, as long as they don't give us another mobile Diablo game, you understand what I'm saying? And then the next piece of the appetizer, Apex Legends going into Season 5. They have a Pathfinder's Edition releasing, I do believe physical here. And it comes with a bevy of some skins and 1,000 Apex points, 1,000 Apex coins. Now, 1,000 Apex coins equates up to $10, and you're getting a good bargain for your buck here. So, honestly, I give EA all credit. Well, really, I really want to give the developers of Titanfall, to me, I love Titanfall, man, but this is in the Titanfall universe. I definitely want to give them some credit here because Respawn, they've just really been doing their thing. With Apex, they did their thing with Star Wars. And honestly, if this game continues to fund and do stuff like how Fortnite is, this is a different crowd than Fortnite, but same concept, Battle Royale. And if they continue to bring money in and it gives us money it gives them money that they can give us some great single player games, sure, why not? I fully support it. Now that this isn't my type of game, but I'm honestly happy of what they've been doing with this. They've been keeping up with it, they've been updating it, and they've been making it interesting continuously. So definitely kudos to them. And EA hasn't really been hands-on with it that much. They've been pretty happy with it. So now, what I do want to say is that Epic Game Store, they're giving away a game for free before it even comes out. And this is the Samurai Showdown Collection that's coming to PC first. And that's on June 11th to June 18th. It'll be free on the Epic Game Store. And after June 18th, it'll be $40. And it'll also be coming to Nintendo Switch and PC later on in the month. That's on June 28th. And of course, Xbox later. And I honestly think, hey, listen, literally Epic Games has the money to be giving stuff away for free. They're making money hand over fist, as I always say, for Fortnite. And hey, listen, they're doing the right thing. They're making stuff good, and I absolutely love it. And our last piece of the appetizer, No Man's Sky is coming to Game Pass sometime in June. No official date as of yet, but this is a big get. Now, of course, we knew the rough story. There was a roadmap for No Man's Sky, but then they said, let's disappear for a while and let's come back. They came back, and they just wouldn't stop updating. And most recently, they gave us some mechs. I played No Man's Sky when it came out at launch, and I played in 10 to 15, 20 hours, and I got my fill of the game. I was like, oh, this is cool, this is fun, but it no longer is for me. I have no interest jumping back in, but I definitely want to give kudos to Hello Games for constantly updating it. And now it going on Game Pass with even more updates coming, that's fire, and I absolutely love it. So once again, shout out to Sean Murray and Hello Games. And now, let us get into the true meat and potatoes of the appetizer, of the meal, I should say. And well, I know you guys are sick of hearing of The Last of Us, maybe, but I'm not sick of talking about it, and I got a big chunk of The Last of Us. Well, today, at about 4 p.m. Eastern time, here, there will be a state of play. And I think, hey, this is awesome. It's going to be a state of play just for The Last of Us, just giving us a reminder. The leaks might have deterred a few people. I personally knew some people who were deterred. And basically, this is going to get their numbers up. They're going to say, hey, listen, you remember? I know we just gave you something a week or two ago, but how about we just give you 8 more minutes of gameplay that you haven't seen? So I would actually like to go in dark because I'm a Last of Us fan, but for coverage reasons, I will be watching this, and I definitely will be speaking about this on the channel. And well, I'm always down for some more Last of Us news. I just can't wait to play Last of Us on June 19th. And speaking of June 19th, the reviews will officially be up on June 12th for The Last of Us Part 2. That's when the embargo gets lifted, and that gets lifted at 3:01 a.m. Eastern Time. And so, once again, that excites me. I may not even look at reviews, but then again, for the coverage purposes, I will have to talk about the Metacritic and stuff like that. I'm still ecstatic for it, and I'm still wonderful. But some people in the world are not ecstatic about the game and its themes, and I really think it probably has something to do with Ellie and her relationship with her girlfriend, and it seems to be banned in the Middle East. And that's not their preference over there. Cool. But one thing I will give you credit to is that the PlayStation 4 is region free. So if you are in the Middle East and you really want to play The Last of Us, you can probably have it shipped or get a digital code from a different storefront so you can have it on your PS4. Now that's pretty unfortunate, but rules are rules and some laws are laws. And, you know, I just really hope that this doesn't keep you guys from possibly enjoying The Last of Us within the laws, of course. Now, Xbox, they're kind of wishy-washy with me, right? Their games with gold isn't always really golden, you know, no pun intended, because they revealed their new games with gold for June, and I ain't really feeling it. We got the original Destroy All Humans from the PS2 original Xbox era, the latest Shantae game, and Cinemora. Now, I love shmups. Cinemora is a pretty solid game, pretty fun, and I do like the Shantae games, and I'm sure that Destroy All Humans was awesome back in the day, which is why they have a remake coming down the pipeline. But I'm not really happy with this lineup, but at the same time, as I'm paying for games with gold, I'm also getting Game Pass, so I can't really complain like, yeah, those 3 games ain't for me, but those are the games you get to always keep even after they're off gold. See, when something leaves Game Pass, you can't play it anymore. So there's a benefit. So maybe still download these games just in case one of those times you missed out on the opportunity to play them or you just didn't. Download them now and just say, hey, you know what? I'm bored. Let me get into one of these games. And then, hey, you might even really enjoy it. And our last bit of news I do want to say is this. Phil Spencer, he does the thing. You know what I'm saying? He does his thing. He was on a podcast with Talking Games with Reggie and Harold. And yes, remember that podcast that Reggie was going to be on? Well, here it is. And Phil Spencer was on there, and it says, any of the functions that actually require physical collaboration, things like motion capture, things like symphonic capture, some of that is put on hold. I think on the game side, things that are pre-content complete might be impacted more than things that are post-content complete. Now, honestly, this is the, you know, if stuff is in early, if stuff is still in early development, there is going to be some harsh development cycle. And now, if it was on the other side of development cycle, it would be a lot easier to get pushed out. But as far as CDs getting pressed, it's probably going to be down a lot more. But kudos to Phil Spencer, just keeping it real with us as he always do. I really hope that, you know, Xbox can really nail it this gen. I'm really not happy with the Xbox One gen. There was some cool games. A lot of people didn't like Rise Son of Rome, but I like a good action game, and I really thought it was a really great story, a great twist at the end. But what the Xbox Series X needs is a Last of Us, Uncharted, God of War, something. It needs a really big game that stands out to where people are saying, huh, what system is that on? Only on Xbox? Well, I guess I got to get an Xbox. And I don't think Bleeding Edge is the thing to do it. I tried to play some of it. I just really couldn't get into it. Not knocking it, but it just really wasn't for me. And so I feel like Xbox definitely needs a huge hit. And honestly, with the pushback of the development cycle, hopefully they can work out some kinks in certain games. Halo Infinite seems to be the big game that's going to be coming out. And it's going to be a big deal because why not? It's Halo, right? So I'm really rooting for Halo. I've been a huge Halo fan since its inception, since it came out, and I would really love a big, new, huge Halo game, and I would honestly love a new IP that's, you know, I don't want any more Gears of War, please, okay? We got a Gears of War strategy game, we got 75 Gears of War games. I'm all set. We got a Gears of War Funko Pop game, okay? I understand Gears is fun. It's just not for me anymore. I would love a brand new IP. We don't even know at this point where Hellblade, the sequel, is coming. I mean, when it's coming and what it's going to look like. We just saw the graphically intense CG trailer, might I add, so far, but we haven't really seen any gameplay. There hasn't been anything on the Xbox Series X that has been revealed yet that has been extremely convincing, like, yo, this is the system to have this fall. This is where all the big games are gonna be. Neither has PlayStation 5 yet, but they haven't let us down for a very long time as far as the game, but Xbox has, you know, with the cancellation of Scalebound and other stuff. So I'm really hoping that there's something really, really big happening. But with that, lads and ladettes, that is it for this video. On your way out, don't forget to like, and if not, hit the dislike. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you know when your boy is posting a fresh video. Lads and ladettes, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to spread the word. This video is finito.